changed on my features here. It collapses a bunch of stuff. All right, well, let's take a look, see what we did. Let me turn on the weekly profile here for a moment. All right, there all. All right, well, looking at weekly, right, going from the prior week, you have this prior week here, and then this is the last week that we had, and it's a clear, I would say, shift so far in value, right? They went, I'm just going to increase it a little bit, maybe 5, 6. So yeah, I can see it a little bit better here. So you know, we had the triple distribution outside week, then we continued. We opened pretty high, right? We opened below the value area low, and then we, you know, went all the way down to a level that we anticipated, which was 54.37. It was the contract settle somewhere around here. I think it was 25. So we anticipated this level, but I didn't honestly anticipate that kind of buying to occur at that level, because once they dipped below, they grabbed some sort of liquidity and they exploded higher. And then, of course, they auctioned back to 55.30 a few times, as you guys will be able to see on the daily profiles here, and they failed miserably there twice. Well, 3 times if you count this poor high that they left on a daily. So now when you think about in terms of how would you guys play this on, you know, higher time frame, what is the key pivot here for you on the weekly time frame? Orange. What is the key level? Anyone?
I missed the question.
What's the key level on a weekly here that you want to see? If you're a bull, what do you want to see?
I want to take a stab at it.
Sure.
So to reclaim, I mean, for bulls to regain control, they would have to break and hold the value area high. That's at about 55.75 right there. Yep.
I think it's going to be the value area low at 5,600.
5,600.
I could be wrong.
One.
I'm just, yeah.
Well, this will be the week prior, right? So this is your prior week. If you want the bulls to continue, you know, kind of gain control back, just look back a little bit, right? So you have 1, 2, 3 POCs. It's basically now a 2-month POC. It's being set at 55.33. Being that this is also the excess high for this distribution split, you see how we have a little bit of excess on this week here, and you know we're going here. I would mark that as a fairly important level for bulls, and that was our level last week, if you guys remember, and it's still the same level. So if they want to gain control over this market, right, in terms of bullishness, this is the zone that they want to be above. Once they clear this zone, you know, seeing above the all-time high and even auctioning first to about 56.07 is not out of picture, right? So this would be most likely this is going to stay your July POC here. Even though it's developing, we don't have a lot of days left, and this is not going to shift that much. So this is probably the target. If you're able to claim above here, we know about the importance of 55.85. Do you guys know why is that? Besides June value area high, why also is it important? Sentiment change. You guys remember 85 was our breakout level? Like this was the zone here that we were trying to break out from before. And we broke out of that, and that was the 85 level. They tried to defend it. We're below it now, which is on the bigger scheme of things, you're rejecting the upward distribution that you created. So that's bearish. So if you go above 33, the first target's 85, the second one's 607. This little zone between June value area high and this 50% for the month of July should be noted down. I would consider this to be a potentially good rejection spot. If they reclaim that, then you know they're going for the POC. Above this POC, what would you target? What would you guys target about this POC here? 2-month POC, or if you want to call it June POC.
Value area, high area.
Yeah, it'd be this zone right here. So you'd be targeting somebody's mic just can't tell who's that. Do you guys hear it or just me?
We hear it. I think we have.
No, I hear it. It just came off static.
Does anyone see who is it?
No, that's weird. It's after the last person spoke. I don't think their mic is queued up. Like nobody, everybody's muted.
There's one person not muted.
That's Rob, but I know it's not him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not me. I just left the channel, came back. It fixed it for me. It's weird.
Sorry to accuse you.
Oh, you're good.
I just signed off and it's gone for me.
Yeah, it does fix it.
All right, so does this make sense? On here, right? This is your value. So this is your first SIG of 2 months sitting right here at 56.90, and then you have the July value area high sitting right here at 57.10. So about 20 points. This is where you're looking for sellers to come in. Above, peak above, look, fail, and then you're looking for short opportunities on a longer time frame. But if for the time being, if the price is below a 2-month POC, what is that telling you? Like in terms of price, sentiment, acceptance, rejection, what is that telling you?
Rejecting prices higher and it's gonna go back to the bottom.
Fair assessment.
Ongoing.
It means that at the fair price, we are looking for price discovery below a fair price. What does that tell you in terms of bullishness or bearishness?
It looks bearish.
Yeah, that's bearish news, right? I mean, if at one point 55.33 was a fair price and you're unable to go above it and hold, that's obviously bearish because you're no longer finding that fair price and higher. So now what I'm watching to see is if this, let's say we lose 55.33, I don't know where we are overnight right now. If we crack above this and fail, that's pretty bearish. If we crack above it, you know, let's say we hit 85 and come back, at that point, that might be a good long on the retest of that POC. A full bullishness for me happens right here. If they're able to hold this, most likely we see this action. This becomes a go. If we look above and fail, this is looking more like this, and we're looking at 54.69 as the ultimate target. And then below that, you would have somebody go on mute, please.
Oh, sorry.
And you'll have the July value area low here, and this would be a pretty good target. You know, if you're to lose this, of course they can dip below this. They have a low volume node here where they're happy trading in that 3-day balance or whatever that was. Most likely they can go here, and then below this, you guys know that we have June value area low sitting here, and then you have some couple of epochs, right? So you have a weekly epoch sitting at 61, and then also I believe this was May value area highs around. So this would be the levels kind of to mark down if we were to extend this week, because this week has a lot of fireworks in the news. I think we have FMOC. I think we also have a couple of big earnings. So I wouldn't be shocked if this week is compressed at first and boring, and then they pop out of it and make a move. Okay. So now when we looked at the monthly, right? Out of the monthly, we closed right at the value area low for this month. Okay, that everybody following so far? So right now, this is your value area low, and we're pretty much holding that. Oh, something switched here. Never mind. Any questions? Any questions on the two time frames, monthly and weekly?
Checks out, boss.
Okay. Pay attention to the monthly and the weeklies here. There's something being set up, and it could rocket or it could really, really fail from here. Do you guys see it? Last week POCs, the fair price matches the value low for the July. And we are right below, June and 2-month POC. If they're able to clean this up, let's say this 33, don't be too excited to short. I'm telling you, it's gonna go all the way to 56.90 and this, level 709. Your shorts are gonna get destroyed step by step. Is there a chance that they take some break in this area right here? Yeah, certainly, right? They can definitely take a little breather in this section here. But between here, you have 85 and then you have 5600 above there. You're looking for this. This would be the ultimate target. This is where the problems start because you have the last week's POC and the July value area low that's developing, and you're kind of closing right at it. I'm not sure where we are after hours. We'll check after we check the daily. But this is a really, really dangerous spot for a lot of us to initiate too much with size. A big acceptance here, come back, retest, and that flies, peak above and lose that, that's bearish. And I would look for opportunity to short below 55.01 here. But now when you're looking on a 3-day, what do you have on 3 days here? Three-day balance, guys.
Balance.
Yep. So what would you want to see from a 3-day balance? Where do you want to see price be accepted?
At above the value area high.
Yeah. If we can hold above 53.10 and a quarter, what would you target? It's a trick question. Don't fall for it. What would you target, Austin?
A poor high.
Poor high. You want to target the poor high. If you're above this, this is your first target. This would be your first target if you want to see them clean up, right? So above 55.10, we're looking for 55.28. This is not a zone where you want to be initiating, I would say, a lot of longs. They can do a lot of this and slice. If they go above this and then give you a nice retest, make a higher high, clean up this and look for a bounce between this and this, maybe a 50%, that would be a pretty good long. And I would definitely take that. Right. And between 55.10 and 28, I would definitely look for opportunity for a long there. So now that you're in a 3-day balance, you have the 3-day POC stacked with prior week POC, of course, because 3 days out of 5. And then you have July value area low. So now you see if they're to be accepted below this price, I would probably say below 54.99, just to be more safe, like on the trades itself. If they can break this line here, which is the PD POC, that would probably indicate a little bit of weakness. And then what would you guys target? What would be your first target?
The value low.
Yeah, you would have PD value area low, and then below that you would have I don't know if this is a poor low. No, it's a little bit of excess, but structurally it looks like a poor low. You will have this 3-day value area low as well, right? And you could definitely play this. If they decide to break that PD value area low, you would target 69, 64. I'd look to close my shorts in that area. Okay. So now when you look at this, and you can kind of hide your candles, you don't really need them. How's the sentiment on the weekly? How's the sentiment on the monthly? If we close below prior month's POCs, is that bullish or bearish?
Bearish.
Bearish, right? So bulls really need this level to be cleaned up, guys. If we close below this level, there's a high chance that we are closing below the value area low for the month. And if you go back, like in some time, we haven't done that in a very long time on a monthly time frame, right? Where we closed, outside of the value area. So it'd be a first time in a long time that we did that. So it might be a sentiment change on the monthly if you're able to happen, but the bulls will not just bend over and let you have that, right? So definitely worth watching how we close this month to see, I think it's Wednesday, is it? Yeah, Wednesday is the last day, so we want to know how we end the month, and then you want to mark some levels and mark some key value areas coming out from July, so you're ready for the rest of the week. Where would you guys like to short and turn really, really bearish? What would be your level? If you're not able to, let's say, hold this level at open, let's see where we are. And these hours. Overnight. Oh, wow. They really brought it back up.
I think losing the IBO, I would short.
IBO?
Sorry, IBO.
IBL of what day?
Initial balance low from Friday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a big level. 46.60. That's a huge level. Yep. I think below, if they can't hold this value area high here, that'd be a good sign that they're going lower. So I'll look for opportunities, get inside like we are right now. If we can get inside and lose that, that would be a good potentially 3-day value area high extension. We could look to play that. If we do lose that level, like you mentioned, I think that's huge, right? 69.5 to 64. If we lose that zone, I mean, I would say that's a complete rejection of the value for July, right? There's a high chance that we are most likely going to go and explore all the way to June value area low. Then it will solidify that. Okay. Any questions on ES? I think it's pretty straight forward trade. Most should be able to plan on it. Considering we're really close to 33, if they can go above it and hold, that's great. If they go above it and lose it in the cash session, what should you do?
We short that.
Yeah, you want to take a potential
Well, shorty short action.
It would be a good setup for a short, so I'd probably take that. This is a zone where you want to skip trading as much as you can between 503 and 98.75. It will eat you alive. Okay, all right, guys. Well, I'll be live tomorrow, and hopefully we can be done early in the day, and I'll schedule a class for upcoming weekend. And I mentioned to everyone for newer members, it doesn't mean schedule it tomorrow. Once you establish some footing on the ground and you learn about market, volume profile, footprints, I do offer you guys one-on-ones free. Just don't abuse it, right? Be ready to talk about your problems, issues, and how we can resolve it. I had 6 today, about almost 8 hours in. So take advantage of it, right? Schedule it. If you're struggling, I can help you. I can work with you, but as long as you're committed to it. So take advantage of that if you need it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Shorty. Appreciate all you do, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks,
good one.
Jordan.
Thank you.